Hey everybody, welcome to group break number 424. Today we have the half case of 2023-24 Upper Deck Series 2. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Half case. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's maybe hit that Bedard 101. So here we go. 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Who you line up with is who you get. As a reminder, Chicago is a free team and they will be randomed at the end of the break along with all the Bedard cards individually. It seems like just the fairest way to do the product, because if we do get multiple Bedard cards, it kind of spreads the both a little bit. It's a chance we don't get any in a half case, but who knows. All right, 3 times. Once, twice, third time. All right, half case. And teams, 3 times. All right, here we go. Once, twice, third time. Pittsburgh Penguins on top, Tampa Bay Lightning on the bottom here. All right, Damian with the Pittsburgh Penguins, Justin with the New Jersey Devils, Dante with the St. Louis Blues, Chris with the Columbus Blue Jackets, Brandon with the Anaheim Ducks, Sheldon with the Hurricanes, Edward with the Flyers, Sheldon with the Senators, Brandon with the Kraken, Jean-Francois with the Red Wings, Dante with the Capitals, Maruzio with the Rangers, and Martin with the Stars, Walter with the Canucks, Bill, you got the Panthers, Mark with the Islanders, Jean-Francois with the Leafs, Brian with the Winnipeg Jets, Mike with the Predators, Nicholas with the Wild, Brian with the Avs, Damien with the Habs, Walter with the Flames, Sean with the Arizona Coyotes, Erwin with the Bruins, Sean with the Sharks, Kevin, you got Vegas, Chris with the Oilers, Peter with the Kings, Kevin, you got the Sabres, and Mark with the Lightning. Nice. Truffle Guy, what number is the retro rookie redemption? You can try and help out with approximately who it could be. Number 7. Okay, so that'll be, once I get the team list up here, I'll pull up my spreadsheet of like potential players for that. But that's probably going to be the 7th best overall rookie. So it's either going to be the 7th best overall rookie, or if they do it by city names again for some reason, because they did that for whatever reason last year. The checklist should be out soon for that. Yeah, they haven't done it alphabetically before, so they've typically done it by, like, historically Artifacts has always been by I'm lost my train of thought. It's always been by player quality for the redemption checklist for the stuff like that. Last year was the one exception where they did the wild card redemptions by city name alphabetically. So but yeah, there's no information on that yet. I don't know. The checklist has got to be coming out pretty soon. So here should be the teams. I think this is correct. Looks correct. Yep. Let me pull it up. 23-24 rookies. I know they included Matthew Savoie, so that is also rookies. Where is this artifact? So 7, top 30. So you could be looking at, I mean, in that range, you could be looking at Bedard's going to be 1. The retro one, if it's just the retro rookie, if it looks like if it says retro rookie redemption, those cards are, at least historically, have just been like the 2005-2006 Artifacts rookie design, number 10/999. In past couple years, at least, that's what they've been. So just like probably going to be a standard rookie. But yeah, rookie number 7. So Bedard's probably going to be 1. Fantilli is your mix of like Fantilli, Cooley, Carlson, and like the 2, 3, 4 range. Luke Hughes could be in there potentially, along with Devin Levi. You could look at Zach Benson, Matthew Poitras, Brock Faber, Mintukov, Matthew Savoie, Askarov, nice. There's a lot of potentially good players. So Connor Zary as well, Dustin Wolf. I mean, Simon Nemec, if they put him in there, Will Cooley, Fraser Minton, Luke Evangelista, Ridley Gregg, Kevin Korchinski. It's like this rookie crop is really, really strong. It might take a couple years for everyone to hit their strides, but it's a really strong rookie crop this year, which is why you'll see products be, I mean, Bedard's driving the price, but like that's why you're going to see boxes be so expensive this year. So, all right, box one. Because there's a lot of people, myself included, very excited about the potential of this rookie crop. I mean, you've got your like insane superstar level talent. Yeah, man, redemptions are a curse and a blessing though. Just don't do what I do and put them in a box and forget about them and let them expire. Make sure you redeem them on time. Because when they expired, they're not worth anything anymore. So. Yeah, hopefully they get there, because it'll be, typically they've been about 4 months from when the checklist been posted. So given that the checklist isn't posted yet, it'll take probably a little bit longer. And then last year's actually they were very delayed last year's. They were delayed pretty much almost a year actually. But I think that's just because they were switching fulfillment centers. So that also shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right, we're starting off with a clear cut. So base. Delorier on the Director of Boards into a Toffoli clear cut for the Flames. And an Askarov on the honor roll. All right. Do I have spots for base cards? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, a day with a cup for Vegas would be sick. I love those cards. Hang on one second. That's a PCs. I know that much. Pasternak with a Sebastian Aho and Luke Phillip. So that'll be a little random off at the end of the break between all 31 teams. Yeah, the Vegas Day with the Cups are a lot rarer than Day with the Cups have been in the past. So, Instinctives of Stuart Skinner, Marchessault for Vegas on the canvas, and Sam Bolduc for the Islanders. Yeah, Hurdle's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting seeing Hurdle in Vegas away from San Jose. Got a Sparkles of Kyle Connor, Backlund for the Flames, Kelman for the Yotes. Yeah, Day with the Cup Castle. Ooh, Outburst. No, that's just a base Outburst. Not a Young Gun Outburst. Merzlikins, Voronkov, and Gurianov on the Outburst Silver. Glaring of Kaprizov for the Wild, Rantanen, and Askarov on the portraits. Pretty standard box so far. I'm just gonna put this in a better spot. 1 second. So that I can just do that. There we go. That works better. I think he'll retire as a Penguin. Or if he ever goes to the Hockey Hall of Fame, he'd go in as a Penguin. Would be my guess. Kachuk for the Panthers. Balinskis for the Panthers. Letang for the Penguins. Just because that's where he had his most success and his kind of best years. But yeah. Instinctive of Copley, Blake Wheeler, Evangelista. I find that this year's Series 2 packs are also a little greasy too, so it's just like kind of compounding things. Dazzlers, Verhage for the Panthers. Pedersen for the Canucks. Poitras for the Bruins. Yeah, I honestly... So I was at the expansion draft working for EA at the time, and we were waiting for... That was 20... That would have been NHL 18, so we were waiting for McDavid to go kind of take him to... Or like go to the media room for recording content and interviews and stuff. But I was backstage when Derek Anglin had his pick announced, and like one of the most heartfelt moments was Gaudreau and Giordano like just giving him the biggest of hugs and congratulating him, and it was one of those moments just like, yeah, I know I can't record. Ooh, speaking of McDavid, monster season to 153 of McDavid for the Oilers is one of those moments that, like, you know, you just couldn't, like, I won't forget that moment because it's super cool. And it was just one of those moments that, like, you can tell how much the players cared about him. And so Matthews and Morella. Yeah. You're buying those? Okay, cool. I think one of our regulars already scooped up the one that we pulled in our case for singles. So Svechnikov for the Hurricanes, but there's also damage at the top. So Fowler and Clevin. He realized that after he bought it, he's like, yeah, it's still fine. But yeah, that was a really cool event to be at. I've actually still got my ticket stub from it. I want to get it graded eventually. Gustafsson has got a chip in the top. Arturs Shilovs for the Canucks. This little young gun there. And Jackson Lacombe. All right. So this case should have a Zach Benson young gun. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's always cool when you get like the players coming back to like one of their first teams and just the fan base supporting them. But man, I will say the other thing I remember the most is being walking around Vegas in July in a full-on suit in the like bright heat, like, I don't know, it was a hot day, like it was like 40 something Celsius. So it's pretty wild. But that was also just one of those wild days, because like when we walked into the venue, we walked behind Mark Messier and the Stanley Cup down the pink carpet because we were media, and it was wild. I had to wear a suit in Vegas. You can see my head in the following years too. When I was with the Ollie Postonen and Jacob Bardown from on the bench doing, again, media stuff. It's really wild. Like, it's kind of like, I look back on it and it's like, yeah, those are kind of surreal moments. Being in a room like doing media shoots with McDavid and, you know, all the players that we got to interact with and stuff was super fun. So Jake Allen, Mentapello, and Pasta on the Outburst Silver. But yeah, that was a wild time. McDavid Monster Season, Caulfield on the Ecliptic, and Matthew Nice. Lots of fun memories. Fun and fond. Frederick, we got a Matthews canvas coming up, I think. Walker Dewar. And yep, Matthews canvas for the Leafs. If you're watching this break and want to see some cool Matthews card. Okay, anyone that's like revisionist history in that has at least got to admit that for the majority of people, they didn't expect Vegas to be that good. Now, I have receipts of me being like, they're going to be good because I actually thought the expansion draft was really beneficial to them. Shout out Lawrence Gilman, Panarin for the Rangers, Letang for the Penguins, and there's our first Bedard portraits. So we're not Bedardless. But they I was also kind of like, I still think they messed up the expansion draft a little bit, but like leading up to it, it's like they're gonna be good. It's just how good are they gonna be? I mean, okay, they were gift wrapped Marcia So and Riley Smith. Like that was an absolute gift. And then also getting Shea Theodore to take on William Karlsson was, or was that, no, William Karlsson was Columbus, right? I forget. But like getting paid to take on Shea Theodore, or not select Shea Theodore, or getting paid Shea Theodore to not select other defensemen was also wild. Gustafsson on the Dazzlers, Kemper, and Leo Carlson. But yeah, like some of those protection lists were just bad, like objectively bad. The Panthers was wild because in no right mind should you have given up Marcia So. And also Riley Smith probably you shouldn't have given up, even though he like was worth his cap hit. And like you need to shed some money. You could have done better than that. Kyrou for the Blues, Vitek Vanacek, and Tyson Forrester. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that they had so much draft capital and like assets and stuff that despite like Shipachyov failing to translate his game to the NHL level, despite way overpaying for Thomas Tatar, they still were fine. So Pastrnak on the yellow highlighters for the Bruins with a AJ Greer for the Bruins and a Tyler Engel for Columbus. They did a really good job getting stuff, and I think that's also the biggest discrepancy you see between them and Seattle is that Seattle, a lot of teams learn and they're just like, well, just take our guy. We don't need to give you more assets. So Crosby for the Penguins, Draisaitl for the Oilers, and Beck for the Habs. Yeah. Yeah, like it's honestly really cool seeing Vegas have the amount of success that they've had this early on. Caulfield. That one's got the dents on it too, by the way. So some of these cards just have weird indents on the side. Matt Murray and Sean Farrell on the Young Gun canvas for the Habs. Oh, yeah. I'm glad they went the way they did too and made them immediately competitive rather than being bad for a number of years. Because it's just so much better for the sport. Andre for the Stars, Shea for the Hurricanes, and Kyrou for the Blues. Like, you're not going to be able to build a fan base super well if the team's immediately bad out of the gate. Like, you need to give them some good players. So Aho, Yossi, and Nick Sweeney. Yeah, like you look at the fact of the players that they've traded away too, all their first round picks and those types of players. Like it's kind of funny. Imagine if they actually still had Nick Suzuki. Olmark for the Bruins, Pavelski for the Stars, Marilainen for the Senators. But we need more teams like Vegas in the NHL. We need more teams that are just like, we're gonna spend a ton of assets and go for the best players constantly. Like it's entertaining. It's so entertaining, and I wish more teams did it. Instead of being a little bit hesitant to spend assets, like no, go for it. Like worst case is that you burn out and you burn out. Obviously, I get not everyone is in the same position to do that because of financial and just market restrictions, right? Like Winnipeg, for example, probably can't afford a rebuild the same as a place like Toronto can, because if they do, then their fan base will decline because there's not as much interest in tickets and they might not be able to support that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think it was just an absolute perfect storm for Vegas, and I'm glad they did what they did. Also, it was kind of funny seeing Jack Eichel win a cup on a team he was traded to before Connor McDavid sniffed a Stanley Cup final. Like, I am absolutely here for those, just the memes of that. Toffoli, Riley, and Cooley. Flames, Leafs, Rangers. Yeah. I like the fact that they're never scared to make a big trade. It's definitely nice. Giroux, Samsonov, and, well, there we go. Bedard, Young Gun for Chicago. Well, for a random. This one looks okay. There's definitely some chipping up top, but it's not as bad as other ones that I've seen. Corners seem okay. Yeah. Seems good. There we go. Yeah, I think Chandler Stevenson's gone, but 1 second. I just got to focus on this for a minute. YG1. I just got to put the YG1 on that, just because if we do get a second one, condition can matter. So better to be specific. Excuse me. Yeah, the cap should hopefully jump up in a couple of years too. So Ovechkin on the Sparkles, Aho, and Jack Hughes. I think my cat has the zoomies. We got a black and white Young Gun canvas coming up. I think at least. Capo Kakinen. Billy Sweezy on the black and white Young Gun canvas for Columbus. Not the best player to get, but like really rare pull. Oh yeah, Dorofiev's sick. That is, by the way, if you're watching this break or video on YouTube later on, I'm going to say it in stream here too. I've been pumping Dorofiev's tires a little bit, and I think he's someone that you might want to pick up a couple cards of. Just because he can pop off. He's got a really good track record of scoring in a lot of different leagues, and Vegas is going to be a team that needs his talent at a cheap level, and I think he'll be kind of one of those players that's like signs gets thrown into a bigger opportunity and leveraged that way. Makar, Sagan, and Jackson Lacombe. Yeah, Mantha. I think it's Mantha is probably who you're referring to. McEwen, Philip Grubauer, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. LA, Seattle, Edmonton. Another yellow highlighters of Jake both for the Bruins, DeBrusque. Hellebuck, Laferriere. Pulled the outburst right out of Laferriere last week. Probably Instinctive. Nope. Ecliptic of Panarin, Marchand, and Simon Edvinsson. Stützle. I forgot to look up his name pronunciation again. I think it's I don't know why I want to say Pusha, but and the Nuge for the Oilers. Is it Pusha or Patia? But I want to say it's Pusha. All right, we have an Outburst Young Guns. Can we break the curse of it only being? It's a goalie. So that's, yeah. Foligno, Ludwig, Matt Tompkins. We cannot break our curse of it being either Zach Benson or a really bad player. I don't know what it is with Series 2, man. We are cursed with our Outburst Silvers. Because we opened up a lot of products, but we seem to only hit like Tompkins, Hackman, Actel, Benson, Shepard is the other one. McDavid on the monster season for the Oilers, Stützle, and Afanaseyev, Senators, Predators. All right. John Gibson, Mason Lohrei, not bad. Claude Giroux. Yeah, you'll take a Benson now. All right, let's move that there. Let's shrink the insert stack down a little bit. Just a little bit. Actually, I was gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that Vegas doesn't always have a ton of, especially when Mark Stone's not in the lineup, is pure finishing talent. So you're gonna see them get goalied a little bit more. They're better than like what the Carolina Hurricanes were at one point, but they're typically just a very dominant puck possession team, and you'll see, I mean, the way they shredded the Canucks was honestly very impressive. And it kind of all comes down to their on the rush play, but yeah. It'll be interesting to see if the Canucks adapt to Vegas in the playoffs if they do end up meeting. It was the thing that I think was crossing the Canucks up the most was the cross ice pass before the blue line on the zone entry. Because Vegas exploited that a lot, and it just seemed to get the Canucks defenders crossed up just enough to allow so many odd man rushes and opportunities. Ooh, Fluorescence Red coming up. Sorokin, Ole Eriksson, and Cole McWard. To be fair, I think every team would have a ton of money from that. You know, mistakes get capitalized on at a level as high as the NHL. Matt Barzal, Andrei Vasilevsky, and Lucas Condota. But mistakes are also what make hockey fun, because mistakes lead to highlights and they lead to chaos, and chaos is fun. If you like chaos, at least. Bo Horvat for the Islanders on the Ecliptic Sparkles, Connor Garland, and Yuri Patera. I think it's Patera. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the sometimes the bounces are pretty wild. Is this? Nope, it's Cole Caulfield on the Pink Dazzlers. For the Habs, Sam Carrick for the Ducks. All right, so this is a random between Chicago and Anaheim on the checklist. If we do manage to get a second one, both teams will get one. Yeah. If we get a better version, like an exclusives, a clear cut, high gloss, we'll random off the better one. Loser will get the worst. All right. Pettersson, Mitch Marner, Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller's sick, man. Oh yeah, hockey is a game that, like, a really good team controls like 55 to like 60% of the goals, and you're gonna have bounces to decide games at that point, at least at the NHL level. Kopitar, Hunter Shepard, and Mike Bossy on the retired canvas. And so the nature of the bounces is like, it's a thing. It's just like how you take advantage of your bounces is what matters a lot there. Chekhov, Kesselring, and Brendan Gallagher. Yeah, that Bossy's pretty sick. Monster Season of McDavid, Ecliptic of Matthews, and Tage. Wait, you think they don't do that already? Have you seen goalies? Jack Hughes, Hugh McGing, and Johnny Gaudreau. Devils, Blues, Blue Jackets. Have you seen the way? I think Fleury. It's Fleury that talks to his post in both English and French. O'Brien, Keller for both for the Yotes, and Gannett for the Senators. Yeah. I mean, Sidney Crosby has worn the same jockstrap since he was like, what, 14? The thing is falling apart. He's still wearing it, though. And Trushkin for the Avs. Demko, Tristan Lunau. Lunau for the Ducks. Oh, it is absolutely disgusting. Like, honestly, it's not protecting much at this point. Sogard, Rupe Hint, and Cole Gutman. Hockey players are weird. I mean, every sport, every kind of profession, you know, you have your weird rituals and stuff. Yeah. Man, I will say one thing I wish is that we got, you know, fully healthy Crosby for his entire career. The fact that, you know, he dealt with so many concussions and stuff from bad hits, just, it makes you wonder, you know, a little bit. The fact he's still this dominant, though, at this age, and, like, Ovechkin kind of fell off a little bit this year. But, like, Crosby's still dominating, man. Like, he's still one of the best players in hockey, which is wild. It's unheard of, honestly. Honestly, for his injuries, a lot of it just comes down to really bad head targeting. On concussions and stuff. So, like, some bad luck, but there are some really bad dirty hits delivered to him. So, ooh, gold PCs of Gaudreau for the Blue Jackets. Need to get more sleeves out. Not that they're super major cards, but they're still cool. They're case hits. So, cool card. Worth highlighting a little bit. Or at least separating from the regular. Draisaitl and Ty Cartier. Good young gun. Yeah, I mean, in general, they don't do a good enough job penalizing slashing, in my opinion, still. I really wish they started to crack down on it a little bit more. McCann, Pedersen? Because the amount of slashes that happen, like cross-checks to painful areas, like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, some of them are going to happen. There's some of them that come from board battles, but you want to keep your players healthy. So, Georgiev, Hugh McGing, and William Dufour for the Islanders. Well, no Benson canvas yet. There's still a box, but Instinctive of Markstrom, Carlson, and Ridley Gregg. Yeah, call the obvious penalties and be consistent. Like, that's honestly the main thing, is just have it called as consistently as possible. If that involves bringing in an off-ice official, I'm fine for that. It's Crosby for the Penguins on the Dazzlers. Bergeron and Sameskovich. I think it might be Sameskovich, but... PC Sparkles of Erik Karlsson, Nick Suzuki, Matt Murray. We haven't hit a single numbered card in the... Oh, no, we've hit one, sorry. Yeah. Like, I get that it's hard to ref, especially in the speed of today's game. And I wish they got some help for it. Bobrovsky? Connor Zary, and hey, Casey middling stats for the Sabres on the outburst. But like, I know people are tired of video review, and I think it's just because the review's done poorly. But there's no reason there isn't an off-ice official to help out with like, hey, this player was high-sticked at this moment, call a penalty now, and just like buzzes down to the ref or through a headset or something. You know, McDavid monster season, Draisaitl for the Oilers, and Kucherov for the Bolts. There's like the Aussie rules football does it really well. The XFL does it really well. Beniers for the Kraken. Stanislav Svozil. Taylor Hall. So, I don't know. I just feel like pro sport officiating has kind of gotten, I don't know if lazy is the right term, but complacent. McDavid on the PCs. Chikrin on the black and white canvas. Bobby McMahon for the Leafs. Olivier, Evgeny Malkin, Billy Sweezy. So, all right. Well, we got one random to do at least maybe two to do at the end. Jack Hughes on the Ecliptic Sparkles, Bobrovsky, and Luke Hughes. So, final box here. Well, one Bedard Young Gun, one Portraits. That's fine. Honestly, there's been so many outbursts. One of my favorites is Jim Playfair. Did a really big outburst. If you've seen Letterkenny, it's one of the main guys. His dad is actually like an NHL coach and stuff. So, but yeah. Final box. Let's hope for, let's see, a Young Guns deluxe of like a top 10, top 15 rookie. That's what I want to see in this box. But after this, I am probably going to hop off and get some food. I have to give the house a quick vacuum too. All right. Here we go. Vasilevsky. Luke Hughes on the fluorescence red. That's not bad. Yeah, hopefully there's something. It's been a weird, like, there's been nothing. I mean, the McDavid gold's nice. The Bedard's nice and Shifley there. But there's been nothing, I don't know, fancy. Like, we've gotten a good young gun of a few players, sure, but Forsberg, Gallagher, Ty Emberson, it's been a very status quo break, you know? Yeah, the Bossy too. Vejmelka, McKinnon on the canvas, and Marco Kasper. I feel like that's the first time we pulled the McKinnon base canvas. Ooh, pop count 1000 of Charlie McAvoy. Well, we're not getting our deluxe young gun, but Gaudreau and Del Gaizo. But that's something different at least. Bruins had a little bit of a fun break. That means only 2 numbered cards in this half, which means there should be 3 to 4 in the next half. It's pretty consistently hitting 5 to 6, so. Keller, Forsberg, Kolpanen, Yotes, Predators, Bruins. Tanner Jeannot, Bobby McMahon, and Simone Gagne for the Flyers on the Program of Excellence. Oh, pulled that one a lot too. That was a nice little pack. McMahon, Gagne. I still don't see McCann as like a super high value. Is that? No, that's just a base outburst. We've hit a lot of base outbursts. I will say that. Logan Thompson, Kanashko. I guess you hit one per box. That makes sense. Dry cell. Never mind. Ignore that last comment. It's gonna be like, yeah, we hit a lot of outbursts. And it's like, well, yeah, they're one per box. No wonder why we've hit a lot. We've hit 5 base and 1 young gun. McDavid, Pasternak, and Peltier. But all right, 4 packs to go. McKinnon, the man who haunts us in the outburst young guns, and Darcy Kemper for the Capitals. No offense, Darcy. I hope you get pulled in the game today, and that Charlie Lindgren comes in and posts like 40 saves and a win. I need my fantasy hockey championship. Josh Brown, Lawson Krause, Walker Dewar, Yotes Flames. I think he'll retire a night. Just because like his contract's gonna go LTIR'd. Dazzlers straight to the Braden Point, Dylan Larkin, and hey, Minty for the Avs. Ducks. And last pack, probably just a regular standard pack, but okay, random portraits, base young gun. It's not the worst. Kaprizov, Vetrano, and Jason Robertson. All right. That is the breaks. So, random time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the backs that worry me more than the spleen. But yeah. Random time we have YG Young Guns and Portraits. So that is good. And then we have, so we need 3 random things, 2, 3. Chicago, Anaheim, and then this is these cards. And this is these teams. All right, randoms. So here we go. We'll start off with the checklist between Chicago and Anaheim 3 times. Once, twice, 3rd time. Chicago on that. Wow, I had exactly 3 stickers on this sheet left. I need to get more of these labels. Next up, we have the Bedard random. So again, all these Chicago Blackhawks will go to one team. The Young Guns will go to a different team, and the Portraits will go to a 3rd team. Once, twice, 3rd time. My stomach is saying, I need food. I don't know if it caught on the mic, but that was really loud. All right. And then teams. So you want to be the 2nd team on this list. Good luck. Once, twice, 3rd time, the San Jose Sharks. Vegas missing out by 1 spot. And Toronto had a good night of breaks. All right. Vegas gets all of the Chicago Blackhawks cards. San Jose gets the Bedard Young Gun. That's Sean. And Toronto gets the Portrait. That is... I can't see. Jean-Francois. All right. That is the break. That is group break number 424. I don't know why I can't think today, but a quick recap. Honestly, kind of quiet. Mintukov, Zeri, Carlson, Poitras. Like, kind of just basic. Tompkins, Outburst, Silver. Billy Sweezy, Black and White Canvas. The Bedard Portraits. The Bedard Young Guns. The McDavid Monster Season Gold. We hit a Luke Hughes Fluorescence Red. McAvoy to 1,000 on the population count. Gaudreau Gold PC Sparkles. But yeah, that is everything. So again, next week's breaks are going to be posted a little bit earlier than normal. So stay tuned for that. In terms of, I mean, again, if you didn't watch our SP Game Use box break for YouTube videos, I would go ahead and watch that. And if you didn't catch the break, I'd go ahead and watch that too. We might have a case of the cup on YouTube in the upcoming weeks. So I'm going to be opening up that this weekend though. So yeah, take care. And I will see you in the, I guess at the Langley Event Center. So take care and have a good weekend. See ya.